Hello, hello, everyone. It is a beautiful Monday night. I hope you had a great weekend. We are coming off fresh into Monday to do a special countdown of our season 4. We're thankful. We're so happy to see you joining us tonight. Seth, my man, how we feeling?
Good, good. I'm really excited for this. I can't believe we've done season 4 and how many we were able to do.
It's crazy, right? Like looking back at how many, you don't realize how many movies we've covered, but it has just been so much fun. As they say, time flies when you're having fun. I absolutely agree with that statement. And here we are. We get to have a fun time tonight on a Monday night. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. I'm having a great time right now, and we haven't even begun. And it's just going to be a great time. Let's throw some of the chat up because we have people already in there. We have Cover Wars podcast. Ed Gallagher guy. Hello, hello. Oh, we've got some great comments coming in already. We've got some rankings. It looks like Cover Wars is already given his Secondhand Lions. Yes, that is one of the movies we have covered so far. So awesome. This is great. That is what we're hoping for. You guys can be in the comments, kind of be in that support line. We're going to be looking at the comments. So get your voice heard, get it out there because we're going to be factoring in. It's going to be ultimately me and Seth's call. We're going to have to come and agree how we're going to rank these movies. But maybe we need a tiebreaker. Maybe we have that extra sway. So please get your voice heard out there. So I'm just so excited. Anything to throw in there, Seth? I'm just so excited. I don't even know where to begin.
As a finale to season 4, I'm just grateful that everyone's listened and watched. And wow, it's been a big fun ride. I mean, we've covered some good ones. Covered some not so good ones.
We've had a good variety, I think. This has been one of those seasons. We'll probably talk about it more as we're doing it, but it's unique season. I look back on when we started till now, and I think this was a great just way to cap the season and start fresh. We're really excited going into season 5. We're pretty much going to turn around and go right into season 5. We got some great movies coming up and some stinkers, spoilers, because we have already recorded a few of them. We like to have them ahead of time, so stay tuned for all that. But yes, thank you so much for the comments so far. Again, hello to Cover Wars. We see Galaga Guy 2 in there. So thank you again, guys, so much for spending your Monday with us. We're gonna have a great time. Just get your snacks, get your drinks. I've got my drink ready here. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff a little bit here and there. The main thing is we're gonna be ranking, but we also have the free movie rental from Fandango at home. All you gotta do is hang out with us. Just stay tuned. We're gonna give away. It is a gift card, so it's just first come, first serve. It's just a matter of hanging out. Stay until we reveal that code, and whoever claims it, it is yours. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And we also have our movie posters.com giveaway to announce as well. So lots to just hang out and have fun with. So I don't know where else to begin. This is just so exciting. A great way to spend your Monday, I feel like. And I mean, without anything else to throw in there, Seth, because we've got the tier list ready to go. But anything you want to throw in there?
I'm just excited. That's all. I don't know what else to say.
Yes, it is so exciting. Thank you, Cover Wars. There, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you in the comments there, but yes, uh, it is our season finale. So it will be into 4, going into 5. Team in T2, yes, that is on the list. So be sure you speak up, Galaga Guy being a big Team in T fan. Can't wait.
Another thing is that we haven't ranked anything since Pixar or like this. We haven't done
No,
this. So this is fun to bring it back, and we haven't, revisited this. So it'll
yeah.
be fun to see where everything lands and what we really come to appreciate and what we don't appreciate as much. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. It was so much fun doing Pixar. We had some back and forth. I'm expecting it with these. Like we agreed, I would say mostly, but we also had our thoughts on a few. So I'm
Yeah.
waiting for those, and that's great. It's all in good fun. We're not here making the end of all rankings. It's just for fun. But again, that's where the comments are going to help us out. So do not hold back your thoughts as well. Well, let's get to it. Let's see here. I am going to also say if we're too loud, if we don't sound right, we're actually on Restream. We usually use Riverside. We highly recommend Riverside. We've just had some technical difficulties. So we're actually using Restream. We're coming to you with Restream. That's why it might look a little different. I think both platforms are great for different reasons, but just want to make that clear. If you don't sound good, please speak up too, because we're going into this one blind. But this is
Ajax and Cover Wars. Are the hills still alive?
right. Okay, let me get this switched around here. Here we go. Let me know if you guys can see it. We're going on to the tier list or tiermaker.com. So if it looks a little off or anything, let me know too. I think we can see it fine. How's it looking, Seth?
Looks good to me. I can see everything.
Awesome. And we can see you guys' comments on there too. So that's what kind of nice about Restream. We got that right in front of us. So we'll try and keep up with your comments as they come along. All right, Seth, are you ready to get this
I'm
started?
ready.
Yes. So the very first episode that we started with was a little movie called Space Jam. It turned the big 3-0 this year. I think technically it's not going to be till November. That's when it was released. So, Seth, you get the honors. Just tell everybody. What is your gut telling you for Space Jam between S, A, B, C, and D? Where would you start?
Okay, so I got for me, on the fence with this one. I could go
Okay.
with B or C. How are you feeling?
I that's one we agree on. It's so funny how we both agree on that. I was almost leaning towards a high C.
Okay, I can
That's
deal
where I
with
was.
that. I mean, we can work it out as we go forward.
Yeah, this is
I'm
not
willing
the
to move
final list.
anything. Yeah, I'm
Oh
willing
yes,
to move anything. That's for sure.
we should make that clear. Like if we said it, it's not like set in stone. We could always rearrange it.
It'll be set in stone at the end of the show, but it won't
Right,
be right now.
that'll be it by the end of the show. But that was easier than I thought. I think we're in agreement on that one. That's a high C. I think it has what you want, but in terms of an overall movie, it is still sloppy. In modern times, looking at some of the CGI can be a little painful on
uh,
the eyes. The acting, I cringed at a little bit. It was more the kids and some of the other minor actors. I thought Bill Murray was fantastic. He's always
yeah, yeah.
hilarious, and Wayne Knight's great. But the lesser known actors, I kind of was like, "Ooh, that's not." So what's the comment saying, Seth? I'll let you kind of watch the comments. I'm gonna be putting this list up, but I'll try and watch the comments too.
Okay,
Anything?
so Gallagher Guy 88 says nice popcorn bucket, Isaac.
Oh yes, yes. Thank you.
Cover Wars says Space Jam is better than Gravity Jelly, which I imagine he means flubber. I don't know.
I guess we didn't consider Flubber, but I get
we
what you're
haven't
saying. If
we
that's
haven't done that one yet. Gallagher Guy said S plus 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 plus.
for Space Jam, well, I'm gonna agree to disagree with that one.
Cover Wars says I would go with the B for Bill Murray. Um,
Okay, I could
Gallagher
see it.
Guy says Space Jam is C and Angel just lost his wings. Burger Time Babe says hard disagree. So I'm not sure what she's disagreeing about, but
Yes,
yeah.
please. Thank
With
you.
ours? Are you disagreeing with ours?
Yeah, Burger Time Babe, welcome to the show. But yes, please clarify if you're agreeing with us or Galaga Guy, your significant other there. But we will factor that in. I mean, right
Yeah,
now, like I
yeah.
said, we have it at a C. I think that's what we're getting a lot of votes on because Galaga Guy came back with a C. B a little bit there. I can kind of see how Bill Murray can put it up maybe as a B.
I
But
was teeter-tottering between B and C, so
yeah,
I'm willing to move if the audience is saying it deserves a higher.
yeah. We'll leave it there. I feel very good about a high C. When I say high C, well, maybe by the end of this, we're gonna put this in order too. Let's
Yeah.
clarify that. Like when I say high C, it might be the top ranking C
I
by the
just
end. We'll
watched
see.
that episode when we covered it, over the weekend, and I was praising the soundtrack and how much
Yeah.
memories that brings back to
Mm,
me. I love that movie, but
yeah.
as an adult, it's a hard watch sometimes, like,
Mm.
especially with we were talking about at the end of the episode, the kissing scenes were a little awkward.
Yeah, the
Um,
romance there. It was just kind of
yeah,
like Lola was like makes you feel uncomfortable because it's just very, in your
it
face
feels
about her. Like
forced. Yeah, it felt
she's
forced.
she's only there to be the attraction for Bugs is what
Yeah.
I'm getting at. Like, she's fine as a character, and I'm glad they actually added another female character in the Looney Tunes, but it just felt like she was there for Bugs Bunny. Like, I wish she would have had a little bit more. And I do like she's, like, one of the better basketball players too, so there's, like, a pro and a con to her character, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. Galley
Uh
Guy says, that Bird Time Babe loves Bugs Bunny. Um, Coverworth says, "I thought you like Kool-Aid more than High C," which I love that comment. That's
I was
awesome.
gonna bring that out. I forgot to bring that out, like a high C, like, not the drink.
Um,
No, I don't like high C, I will make that clear. Like, Kool-Aid all the way.
oh, my shirt says it's movie day.
Yes, I love that shirt.
I get a lot of compliments on this one, so I thought I'd bust it out. Um,
That's great. I think I think C is good,
oh my goodness. They call her Lola. She was a show hair.
yep. And also to be clear, we got some ads on this. You know, we have to support the podcast in some way. So mind the ads everywhere on this site. That's our payment to make the funding for this live. Brought to you by hopefully nothing offensive. We don't know what the ads are. So never mind the ads showing up on there. Okay. I think we got the Space Jam down. Let's move along. We got can't believe we have over 20 movies. That's what's so
Yeah,
crazy
it's
too.
insane. It's
Yeah,
insane.
it's like a actual TV show season we have.
Yeah.
Love it though. So, okay, let's we can always come back, but Space Jam as of right now is high C, not the drink, but a high C ranking. Okay, next one is Zootopia. I'll start with this one, but again, we're gonna be debate. I'm actually gonna put this at like an S. That's where
So,
I'm
I'm glad you're
leaning.
saying that because I wrote down S or A to
Okay.
start with. So,
I'm gonna throw it up there, and we can get the comments. But okay, so far we're going right along in agreement. It sounds like. I mean, we might
I
change it.
feel that we'll have a couple disagreements, but I think for the
Oh yeah,
most part, we'll probably agree. We'll probably need some tiebreakers here pretty soon.
absolutely. So keep those comments coming. We'll see how people feel. But Zootopia is just, in my opinion, the best rounded. It's not a perfect movie. I know it's an S. S is kind of like it's a masterpiece or whatever you want to define as, but it's not a perfect movie, but all around, it's got a good story. It's got great voice acting. The animation is gorgeous. Even today, even I mean, we're talking only 10 years old, but the comedy's great. I still laugh at the jokes. So I don't know. I just fits that S. I could see it being A. Maybe that's what will happen. But right now, I was willing to kind of fight for a little bit. But you're with me, so this is
Yeah,
so easy.
honestly, if it wasn't for the like what 2, 3 dark scenes in the movie, I would call it a perfect movie.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's truly amazing.
I agree. There's a few jokes there. They kinda test the waters a little bit, you know, it goes over kids'
Yeah,
heads, but as an adult,
yeah.
I wish they weren't in there, but it's so subtle. It doesn't bother me. I could see that maybe that would bother some people. So just throwing that out there too of like, yes, this is an S to me, but compared to the others, that's one of the best, I would say, all around movies that we've seen. Okay. Easy peasy so far. I mean, A for Zootopia, I'm seeing, Cover Wars. Um So we got some a little bit of disagreement there, but you and I both agreed on S. So I'm good with moving on if you are.
For now, yes.
Okay. Again, nothing set in stone until the end, but let's move on. All right, Treasure Planet. Let's go back to you to start, Seth. What are you feeling for Treasure Planet?
So I'm thinking, I think you like this a little bit more than I did. I'm thinking a solid B
Ooh, B. Okay.
to start with. To
right.
start with, we can move it around. I'm
Okay.
willing to take what the audience has to say and what you have to say into play for sure.
This is where you be honest. So please don't hold back. Like if you're like, I think this movie's terrible, let's give it a D. Do not hold back.
The premise and execution was good. I felt like in between they could have done a little bit more. Is
Yeah,
all. That's really how I feel about it.
I got you. I'll be
Oh,
honest.
I got somebody
Okay.
saying.
What we got? What we got? Yes.
Well, I'm
We
not
wanna
sure, Gallagher guy. Were you talking about Treasure Planet or Zootopia?
Oh, yes, you have just I give it a B plus or A minus. Yeah. Let us know if that was for Zootopia because we're gonna still factor it in. Even though, like I said, we have
Yeah,
it
yeah,
set,
for
we
sure.
we're gonna factor in these comments. But we got
Whoa!
oh, Treasure Planet.
Yowzes!
I
Might need to
love
bump it
it.
up to an A, I guess.
I love it because Cover Wars, it looks like he is saying B for Treasure Planet, so he's in agreement with you. I was gonna say, I like Treasure Planet so much, my personal rating, I would put it in the S class too. This
What?
is Yes, I love this movie. I love it.
An
I
S.
really I would. Yep. It is so good on the animation. The voice acting is actually really underrated. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the best voice acting, but it's really, really good. David Hyde Pierce, Martin Short, I mean, it's just a lot of fun. It's a fun movie. I love that Treasure Island um, dynamic. You have Long John Silver as the villain, but he's conflicted. He has that
Yeah.
relationship with Jim. So I've always loved that. It's not anything new outside of that sci-fi element. So yeah, that's gonna be mine. I'm gonna suggest we throw that in A
Yes, and
and
then
we can come
we're
back to
right
it.
in the middle of
Okay.
what we both feel, so I feel like that's what I was gonna say, and we
I'm
can
good
play
with it.
with it, 'cause I if it comes to an S, that's fine, but I it's not there for me. I'm just being
I understand.
honest.
Oh, I understand. It's just one of those it's almost like a niche movie. Does that make
It
sense?
is.
Like,
It
I
is.
can see this not hitting for people. For me, it hits. I love the
Yeah.
sci-fi. It took a story that's been told dozens of times. Disney themselves, I mean, spoiler, we are going to be doing Muppet Treasure Island. That is another Treasure Island story that was adapted. There's the original, but this one is special. Treasure Planet took something and made it unique and fresh and new. Because you hear of like these remakes, and you're like, why are they doing a remake? What is the point? This felt warranted. There was a reason to do this movie, and it felt fun. It was just like, again, we were talking about the sci-fi elements of like it's a boat going in outer space, and you're going, how is that possible? But they explain it of like the gravity, and I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
something that really hit for me. If it doesn't hit for you, I completely get it though. Like that's why I'm like, I'm good with,
It was good, but I didn't have nostalgia with it. I think that was the difference.
and I didn't see it when it came out. That's the other thing. Like I saw this much later. I have seen it several times, but I think it's just a niche thing. That's where I'm completely fine of it not being an S. I'm just giving you, if I was going to give my personal ranking, it'd probably be in the S, but I'm not going to say it has to be in the S because
I'm
that's
willing to
where,
play around with it, that's for sure, so
yeah, that's where your thoughts and the comments, we come to universal. We're going to try and get a ranking.
especially with this next one coming, I'm gonna have to give you some leeway.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So okay, we got Treasure Planet in A. Um, I think we'll keep up with the comments best we can, but let's keep moving along. Yeah, we got a lot of movies to get to. This is so awesome. Um, Emperor's New Groove
Okay,
is the
I'm gonna
next
plead
one.
my case real fast.
Okay, go ahead and go first if you
This as a to me, personally, is my favorite movie of the season.
okay. Very nice. I get
If that says anything, I feel like it should be in the S because it's one of the most quotable movies of all time, not just what we covered, all time. And it's a really well-written story with great voiceovers, and the animation was, just timeless.
Yeah. I'll put you at ease. I was thinking S.
Okay.
So that makes it super. So far, this has been pretty smooth sailing. I know it's not going to always be that way.
It's not gonna always be that way, especially when we
No,
get down
but
to it.
I can't put it any better. Like you said, it's a quotable movie. The animation, it grows on you. I like the animation to begin with, but every time I come back to this, I find something new in the animation that just I don't know what it is. I'm like, man, this is so good. Like,
There
how did
were
they do
only a
that?
handful, I wrote down what class I thought they should be in, and I'm willing to be open-minded about it. It's only a handful that I actually started with S, and
Yeah,
that's one of them for sure. Like, that is to me, that was the best we covered all season.
yeah.
That's personally my personal opinion.
It was. I was thinking that at the time. I have to really look at this list again, but it's up. It's in my top three. I'll say that right
Yeah,
now.
it deserves it. It should be.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a really good film.
It's in my opinion, it's gonna be tough, like, putting this top together.
Yes.
I think
Once
you're
we
gonna
get up there,
I
halfway
do see
through,
it
we're gonna see the differences here.
I do see I'm gonna see if I can throw this up on the screen. There we go. So, Cover Wars does say he likes Emperor's New Groove, and the humor alone is great, but to me, it's an A over an S. little surprised we're an S, but to me, I think Disney was always just in spade dopamine overload. I wanted to highlight that. Um, to me, this was like what I think of Disney. I know people think of those like princess and Disney movies, but these are the movies I personally enjoy. That's another niche element I'm going to throw in there of explaining my S. I think it's an S quality. I could get how some would say it's more of an A. Maybe if we get enough comments again, I think me and Seth are gonna. It's gonna be tough for it to be knocked down, but that's
I'm
just
not
my read.
gonna I'm not gonna say this is the greatest we've ever covered, but I will say it's probably the most nostalgia I have for anything we've covered so far.
I can see that too.
This was a family favorite. This was what we watched all the time.
Yeah. And if you quote, I mean, come on, that's a
My
connect.
nephew can literally quote the entire film.
That's
So,
awesome.
from beginning to end. So, yeah.
And that's like, if you're able to quote a movie, I'm a quotes guy, you're a quotes guy. There's just something about that special connection. So there is a nostalgia, there's a niche, like it just but I'll admit, like when we did this episode, I probably would have gave it a watch it at grandma's when I first saw it back in the day. Not that I hated it, but I'm kind of in the same lines as you, cover wars there of yeah, I think it's great, but over the years, I don't know what it is. It's just gotten better and better for me. So right now, I feel good putting it behind Zootopia just because we do have a comment. I don't remember what everybody was saying, but what do you think? Do you think we should put that above Zootopia? I'm open and we can always come back to it. So we don't have to.
Well, personally, to me, there's nothing better that we did all season, but that
Okay.
can we can adjust to how everyone feels. I'm fine with that. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to work with everybody. So, especially
Yes.
how you feel and how they feel, I'm open. Like, that's just my suggestion. I feel like it's the best, but that's just me.
I feel good putting it. The thought of we can always rearrange it, but for
Yeah.
now, how strongly you feel about it, that gets it some more points to put it at first as of right now. We shall revisit this, I'm sure,
And
but
that's one when we started this podcast, before we started, that's one that I was like, we got to cover that one.
yes.
So, yeah, that was,
I remember you getting excited about that one, so that's
yeah,
why I'm like,
I
I
took a
feel good.
while for us to cover it, but man, I got excited when we did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on. I think we got that pretty clear. I mean, keep commenting, keep the comments coming. This is great, guys. Now, this is an interesting one because me and Ajax covered this one at the time.
Hmm.
So you might have to explain yourself like what your thoughts are so we can get your thoughts as you give your rating. For me, the next one is Zootopia 2. I think it's a solid A, but I'm gonna spin it
Okay.
over to you. Give your rating, but also kind of give your thoughts since you weren't on that episode when we covered it.
I've seen the episode twice, but I've only seen the movie once. And
Okay.
so I felt like it was an S or an A. So
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with you in the audience on this one. So there you're probably more familiar with it than I am. You know what I mean? Like
Oh wow. Well, how about we put it right there, and I can just as well turn around and move it up to S.
that that seems right though, where it's at though.
High A,
Uh,
and I want to see the comments. So let's keep an eye on those
yeah,
comments.
please let us know what you thought of Zootopia 2.
I feel like that's a great placeholder, and we can bump it up to S if we get some people that say because I feel like Zootopia 2 was fun. It was so much fun. I had such a great time with it, and it's if not the best within the last 20 years sequels, like
Yeah.
for a Disney movie, it's one of the best. Like I think it's a sequel you want. Like
I
it's
mean, I didn't know how they were gonna top the first one, and it's just as good, if not better.
it's right
So
there.
yeah,
Yes. I personally like the first one better, but
yeah.
this one's
Well, the
right there.
storyline
Yeah.
was stronger. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I loved, the snake. I love the new addition
Mhm.
characters, the new jokes that there
The
I was
humor was
laughing.
amazing.
It
Yeah.
was so funny. I mean, the beaver scene alone, the walrus, that those combination of humor, I was laughing in the theater. I got to see it in theater with my kids, and they were giggling and laughing, so
Yeah.
it was an experience. I have a lot of good memories watching that one, so if it goes up to S, I'm not gonna be mad, but I think that's a great place to put it, and
So
I want the feedback, so yeah.
Cover Wars said, let's go with an A for Zootopia 2. I would lean towards an A minus now, so A
Okay.
still. Coverworth said definitely a fantastic sequel, and then Gallagher guy said I thought two was on par with one, which we all are in agreement with. And
Okay.
I just watched the episodes, so I know Ajax feels the same way as well.
Yes. I think we're good with an A. It's definitely an A. We'll see if it moves to an S, but I feel good about that for now. But definitely keep the comments coming. And yes, I do see that about Galaga Guy about Toy Story 2, then Zootopia 2. Like of all time, yeah, Toy Story 2 beats that for sure. But Zootopia 2, I'm thinking of like in the last even 20 years of sequels. Am I cutting out? Am I cutting out? Am I gone? Okay. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Let's see. Please comment if you can hear me. Can anybody hear me? Let's see. Okay. Testing. Okay. Check 1, 2. It says I'm through. Can anybody hear me? It just cut out. Okay. Galaga Guy can hear me. I don't hear Seth. Does anybody hear Seth right now? Okay. Thank you guys for the comments. I don't know what's going on with our. I could hear everything fine. And then all of a sudden, Seth must have lost his audio. Okay. So at least you guys can still hear me. I'm just going to keep talking until Seth comes back online. But I think we are seeing. Oh, here's another. I'll just throw up another comment. I'll get to you guys here. Yes, I agree about that. So they're bringing out about Inside Out 2 is pretty good. I think kind of the same like Zootopia. If I throw my thoughts in on Inside Out 1 is just so good. Inside Out 2 was right there too. But I don't know. That's a tough one between Zootopia 2 and Inside Out 2. I think I like Zootopia 2 actually a little bit better. As much as Zootopia or Inside Out 2 was good. But that is a good comment. I was trying to think of sequels that within the last just even 20 years because there's been nothing but sequels and like remakes. So I was trying to think of sequels and Zootopia just came to mind of like one of the better sequels going on. So Seth, you still there? How's it coming? I think I hear something. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm faintly hearing you. It sounds like you're
I'm going to come back in.
okay. That'll work. I'll keep everybody I'm gonna address these comments. So thank you again, guys, for hanging out. Sorry for the technical difficulties. That's what is fun about lives is you just never know what's going to be going on. Yes, that's exactly right. I'm gonna throw that up there from Galaga Guy. It is. Let me see here. Get him back in here. Here comes Seth. Survey says,
Can you hear me now?
"Yeah, Seth is back. Everybody, woo!"
My own IT person.
That's why we have all the ads. We're trying to pay a IT department that can get this stuff worked out for us. Oh, thanks for bearing with us, everybody. That's awesome.
Sorry
Okay,
about that.
it's all good. I think we're good with Zootopia too. Let's keep this train a moving, shall we? Okay. I'm just wanting to start with you, Seth. I can't remember who started last, but the next one is Snow Day. So what are you feeling for Snow Day?
All right, for snow day. Okay, so I hope I don't hurt anybody's feelings, but I have a C to start with.
Okay.
And I could even push that if you want to push it somewhere. Hide in the corner.
I was hovering with a C and a D.
Okay, so that makes sense to me. What are you
So
feeling?
I'm gonna throw it behind Space Jam for now.
Okay. Okay.
I could very well push this down to a D if we get into it. I'm
Okay.
okay with it being in the C, lower C as we go through it, but
That's fine.
that romance, the plot just kind of I don't know what the problem was of it just bothered me. It was just infuriated me. We talked about it on the episode. It's just like they could have done so much more with that. Um But, I don't know. I don't know what the deal was there. Uh, yeah, comments. Thank you again, guys, so much for bearing with us on that technical difficulties. We are back in business. Seth is coming in loud and clear, like thunder on a sunny day. That's what Cover Wars is saying. And Galga guy, yes, thank you for the hat. This is my custom hat. If you really want one, just message and I'll see about maybe getting you a custom one. So I'll give you the details. But yes, thank you very much. I personally like this hat, so I'm biased, but um,
It's wonderful.
yeah,
It's got Hugo
uh,
on it.
it's Hugo. That's right. I barely okay, so here's some thoughts on, I barely remember Snow Day, and I remember just thinking it was okay even back then. That's the problem is I think that romance plot overshadows a lot of what was good in that movie. There's some fun in the movie, but it's just if they wouldn't have made that the main plot, I bet you this would be a C, B, maybe and up to an A at least. But as it stands, every time I think about this movie, I go, mm. Like I just that's why I'm feeling D, but C is okay. I'm fine with putting it as C once we get some more feedback too.
I grew up loving that movie. I remember we rented it quite a bit, and then as it aged, it didn't age well because you start to see the flaws, and the flaws outweigh the great things about the movie, and it's rough, and it was a hard watch. Honestly, it was a hard watch, and
Yeah.
I can't put it real high for sure because it's just not that great, but I remember as a kid, I loved it. Like, this was a fun movie to watch. I thought Chevy Chase was great. I thought, the little girl that was her kid named Natalie or whatever, but the
Yeah.
sister, she was really funny and her friends were funny, but I just did not care for the main plot.
It was just bad. It was probably, if not the worst, one of the worst parts of the season. Like, if I think of what made me cringe, this this movie, that plot, not the whole movie, just that part made me cringe. We'll as we go along, maybe it'll make me think of more, but I can't think of any other time I was like, "Ooh," especially watching with my kids. It was just,
Yeah.
like, awkward. So, I'm good with going with C. So, I
Okay.
think we'll come back to that. We'll see. I think comments are kind of like in a, it was okay." So, there's not really much of a, um, thing going on there, but let's keep moving. I like how
Okay.
we're just
I'm
coming
having a
along.
moment here.
Okay.
I got this strong gut feeling. I had written down a B for Cool Runnings. How do you feel about an A?
I was kind of leaning the same, like a high B and A.
So,
So,
like, a lower tiered A,
what if okay.
or your high B. High B is fine. High
I
B
was
is
putting it there
fine.
because we have the other A's, but I can move it up.
That's fine. That's fine. No,
It
that's
doesn't
no,
look
it's totally fine there.
it looks
It
pretty
looks
good.
fine in B. Let's keep it there for now and then think about it.
Okay.
Let's hear what the audience has to say.
Yes, because we can as I feel like as we start putting these movies up, it'll really start coming together. I feel
Yeah,
good about it being
it'll move around, it'll shuffle, and we'll get a good final
isn't it
feeling.
funny? The only one we haven't really, like I think the only one we were at a difference on was, maybe Zootopia 2, and that wasn't much of a or Treasure Planet. That was the only
Treasure
one,
Planet, yeah.
but it wasn't much. So far, we're just going right through these like they're nothing. Let me see. B for we got a B for Cool Runnings, so I feel good about leaving it B for now. If we got another vote for B,
B
um,
for bobsled.
it is fitting, I guess, in that way, but we can
It is
always
very
change.
fitting.
We can always change it. I feel good about a high B. I think it's a high B.
It's
Um,
bobsled time.
yeah. So, okay, well, this is just I love it. This is going smoothly so far, but the next one is 8 Below. You started with Cool Runnings. I feel like this is another B, maybe
Really?
maybe an A. What are your thoughts?
I'm thinking A.
Okay.
So what's making it a B to you? I'm very curious.
Oh, from quality, it's definitely an A, but I think of just the heavy content. Like, is
Okay.
this a movie I
Okay,
wanna
now I
watch
will
all
agree
the
with that.
time?
I will agree with that's the only flaw of the movie is it got a
Yeah.
little too heavy.
Yeah, because I don't wanna cry all the time.
It's a kids
You know what I
movie. It's a
mean?
kids movie and it's deep.
That's what exactly.
Deep.
Well, it goes there of, like, if you watch it for the first time, it does keep you on the edge of your seat, and I that's what's so great about it, but it's also, like, you gotta be in the right mood for it. Is this one of those casual rainy day movies you put on? Maybe. Maybe it's one of those that you really like, but me, I like coming back to it every once in a while if I'm, like, in that mood. But as a quality, I think it's an A. I'd be okay with it being an A, but just
Did you
my,
see
like
Cover Wars?
oh, what we got? Go ahead.
It says A Below is an S for me. One of the best movies not
Whoa.
many have seen.
Wow. So maybe we sh by, averages, I mean, we'll
It
have
would
to
be
hear
an
some more.
A.
I'll throw it up there on the A for now. Again, it could always be shuffled around.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel good
Man,
putting
that's
that behind
this we're
Treasure
getting some
Planet again.
competition here.
It's stacking up on the A's, man. We had some good
Wow.
movies. Okay. And Cover Wars, I'll throw that comment up there. I see the comments coming through now. Yeah, Cover Wars, Ajax, that's who's over there. So again, thanks for comments. Awesome. Worked at Blockbuster. So that was a 10 out of 10 for you. Wow. Okay. We got to definitely recognize that.
It's a good
Um,
movie, and then I mentioned in the episode, Paul Walker's acting was superb. It was a master class. It
Probably the
was
best I've seen him in.
amazing.
Acting
Amazing
wise,
acting.
yeah. I would say that's Paul Walker's best that I've seen. I trying to think of other ones, but that's where
Whew.
he did a great job. That's part
Master
of it.
class.
The dogs steal the show, and they should because it's about
Yeah,
them, but
yeah. Now I'm
Paul
getting
Walker
kind
adds
of
to it.
goosebumps thinking about it.
It's great. I think it looks good in A. I'm good with it being an A for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. Gallagher guy, thank you again for the comments again. He hadn't seen it yet, so yeah, that's where we stand until some more comments come through. Um, okay. So the next one, this is where it's gonna get juicy, I think.
Okay.
I want you to start on this one. Where are you gonna put Sound of Music?
Okay. I'm so I know you're gonna disagree with me,
But that's what this is
but you
for,
know
right?
what I'm thinking.
You
I'm
going with
thinking
the
D. I'm
go
thinking D, but if you wanna put it at C or B, it's up to you. We'll talk about it because I know a lot of people are gonna hate on me and say that it's an A.
you just
Personally, I
bring it
thought
up.
this movie was very flawed and it didn't hold up, and that's how I feel about it, and I made that very clear in the episode.
I figured that was coming, but I still wanted to hear it from you. I was like, I'm thinking that's what it is, but you gotta make it official. My
Let's hear from our crew here.
yeah,
I wanna
definitely
know what you
comment.
think too, Isaac.
I'll tell you mine. I haven't seen any comments yet, but please comment. I if I was gonna be like my list, I'd put it at a low B.
Okay.
So if by
See, I
that
had a feeling it was
definition
gonna be up in the A's and B's, but yeah.
but it's a low, like, I think it's a well-made movie, like, that's one where we disagree on, but, again, that's where this is coming in, it'd be kinda boring if we disagreed
What
on everything, right?
what doesn't make sense about this movie is I do enjoy musicals. I do enjoy Julie Andrews. I can't stand that movie. I can't stand it.
Now, this is where it kinda throws in a monkey wrench. You got Cover Wars giving it an A,
Yeah.
higher than I would give it. I was thinking B. Like, I think the quality is good, especially since this is for its time. You understand movies back then, and you didn't feel that way, but that's fun. I mean, that's just
Well, like I
where
said, when it came out, I guarantee it was one of the greatest movies of all time.
yeah.
I'm there's no doubt in my mind. I have 0 nostalgia with this film, and that's where it's different from everybody else. Everybody else watched this growing up, and they love it, they love the songs. I had none of that. So it's coming into it in 2026. It's kind of a fresh take, but it might be a little bit different than everybody else's.
And that's what's so funny. So you give it a D, I'm at a B-ish, and then we have Cover Wars with an A. You notice I threw it in there on C, but I put it in the middle. What are your thoughts? Like, getting feedback, getting an overall
Oh,
consensus.
honestly, I'm okay with you putting it at a B. I know this is one of the most beloved films of all time. I'm not gonna argue against it.
Let's see how that looks. I mean, because nothing is set.
Yeah.
Let's see how that looks. Throw it up there on a B.
And like I say, I want a little leeway with some of the ones that I love so much.
Right. That's what this is about. We're going to be debating this. It's not just okay, we're done. We can always shift things around. I'm fine with it going down, back down to C. I think it looks okay there at the B. I would put it below Cool Runnings for sure. I'd be like, you need to get some more comments in here. Let's get some more feedback on if it deserves to be up to A a little bit more. Um, Now I also want to point something out. My wife is watching. She does not have a YouTube account, so she's actually, like, giving me feedback. She does feel like Sound of Music is one of those it would be up there ranking. I'll leave it as it is. I'm not gonna move it or anything, but I will also keep in mind her thoughts, just kinda throw
Yeah,
hers as I
I
see her
appreciate
thoughts.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but she said the history aspect is something to keep in mind, like you
Oh,
pointed out during its time, so
it's probably in the top 3 musicals of all time. I'm not gonna
yeah,
argue against that.
yeah,
I just don't have nostalgia with it. That's why I don't like it.
yeah.
And that I feel like everybody likes it because they have nostalgia with it.
I came into it fresh, like, I remember watching it, but I didn't really have nostalgia, so to say,
You knew
like
some of the
but
songs going in,
I
though.
did. I did have but I
I
don't
knew The Hills Are Alive and Sound of Music. I knew, like, one other song, and that's all I knew.
and you didn't like one of them either.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and Gallagher guy says, that Seth is alive with the sound of D. Oh, that's great. Yes, love the comments, guys. Keep them coming. This is great. But again, this is not final. I'm
I'm
good leaving
I'm
it there. And then,
100% willing to move that up to A if we need to. That's totally fine. I think B is appropriate,
okay,
but,
let's leave it be.
yeah, it's literally one of everybody's favorite movies, and I wish I felt that way, but I don't.
It could get pushed down once we get to these other movies too. I mean, it's just a matter of we got these rankings, so let's just do that. But we'll put a pin in it. Okay, the next one is Madagascar, and
Wow.
oh, let me.
Oh.
This one's a tough one to define. I don't feel like this is a bad movie. I think it's funny. I enjoy it. But there's something about it, I don't feel it's memorable. It doesn't stick out to me. So I'm not bashing it, but I'm like, this was a tough one for me to rank. I think it's in the A to B. That's where I'm leaning. But that I'm like, I don't know. I'm really I just want to throw my thoughts out here first. What are you
Okay,
thinking?
I'm gonna make a suggestion, like,
Okay.
throw out an offer.
Yes, go for it.
What if we threw The Sound of Music in the last A, and we
Oh.
put Madagascar at the first B?
That's it. That's kind of interesting. Let's start there. Let's just see how it looks at the very least. Okay.
I'm okay with that.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, from what feedback, like you said, a lot of people love
I
the sound of
remember
music. And
liking Madagascar more than you,
you
but
did. That's why I was like, A and B sounds low for you. So
I'm
that's why I was
I'm
like,
I'm trying to set up things to work right at the end of this podcast, so
oh, I love cover wars. Guys, leave it where you put it. Unless you like to move it. That's right. Yes.
Sacha
But
Baron Cohen.
Cover Wars does give Madagascar an A. We are at a B, so it's kind of, it's right there, A,
But it's the
B.
highest B
It is. It's above
currently,
Cool Runnings right now. So, okay.
which I think is right. I think that
It's
it's above Cool Runnings, and
I
Cool
like
Runnings is a
it.
great film. Cool
I
Runnings is a great film.
yes, I like it. I'm willing to just move forward with it unless more comments come through because I like your suggestion. That definitely, um, so, okay. Let's just keep this train a moving. I think it's gonna really come together as we put
Yes,
this together.
yes.
This is exciting. This is really, really exciting. All right, I started the last one with Madagascar. So what are you thinking on Free Willy? That's our next one. We're going in order of movies we covered, the episode name. So if you're new here, be sure you go back and watch these too. These are we're doing them in
Uh,
order. But what do you
I
feel?
know Zach would kill me because he was on this
Oh,
episode,
Zach. Yeah. And big shout out to Zach. Yes.
but
Zach was our special guest.
but I'm gonna throw it out as a B or C, and I'm leaning
Okay.
towards C.
Mm,
And I'm here's my case. It didn't age as well as I hoped it would have.
mhm.
And I feel like the
I can see
budget
that.
was kind of low, and that's why there was one pretty shot. Well, there was besides the opening and closing of the film, there was one pretty shot during the middle of the film, which I thought was really nice. Everything else felt extremely dated to me. And that has to do with budget. That's got you know what I mean? Like, that's really where that goes, and
Yeah.
I just
I can't disagree with you. I'm gonna say I was thinking B, and here's where I would make an argument for B possibly, but I'd be okay with the C. But here's my argument. It is a really good family
it
movie
is.
because when I watched it with the kids, they had a
Yeah,
great
it
time
is.
with it. It has not aged the best. I'm not saying it's an S or an A, but if we're looking at like family flicks, I would put this on again.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say that. Like, I'm kinda with Zach on that, like, he was talking about every
Yeah.
summer, and I thought about, I'm like, this is a fun
Yeah.
summer flick for the family. Not something I'm gonna watch all the time. This is definitely a nostalgia movie. If you had nostalgia,
Yeah.
I can see it, but I have nostalgia, but I more revisit. So that's where I'm standing,
See,
but,
I loved it as a
if it
kid. As an adult, I didn't love it as much.
as
Yes.
exactly, exactly. So I'm okay putting it in C, but I would if I was gonna rank it, I'd put it in B. So that's where
Yeah.
we stand. Like, what the comments are also I got a Free Willy from Cover Wars saying C.
Oh,
So we could
wow.
put it in C for now. We could put it in C. Do you think it should go above Space Jam or below is gonna be the question. I think it beats Snow Day. I think we gotta put it above Snow Day. But what do you think? Above or below Space Jam?
I think it's better than Space Jam, don't you?
Because
And it's
it's
way above Snow Day.
yeah. Snow Day might get knocked
It
down to
might
B, to be
yeah, I'm
honest.
looking
I
at it now,
hate
and
to
I'm
say
thinking
it.
it's not quite up to snuff.
Well, we'll leave it there for now, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I have this feeling it's gonna get knocked down. Okay. I'm good with that for now. And again, maybe Free Willy moves up. I don't know, but I feel good about there. Um after Space Jam, come on. For Cover
And I
Wars.
have to say this, I loved Space Jam as a kid. I
I do
was
too. I do
the
too.
target audience. I was a huge I've got my NBA, tumbler right next to me, so I'm a huge basketball fan, huge MJ fan, huge Looney Tunes
Mhm.
fan. I mean, my goodness, that movie was
Yeah.
all me. That was
Okay. We got Cover Wars saying we should drop Snow Day to D.
I
You think I
agree with
should?
that. Yeah, and it's
Okay, let's
starting
do
to
it.
look
Let's
right with adding more.
That looks really good.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
It kinda
yeah.
separates it because Snow Day is a drop down from Space
And
Jam,
Snow Day, in my
and
opinion, had 2 good scenes, really, honestly, when it comes down to it, and the rest of the movie was just flawed.
I hid it in the attic,
Yeah.
so I don't know if I'll ever watch Snow Day again, to be
It
honest. I
had
might keep
redeeming
clips in here
qualities
and there,
because,
but
like, the scene where the kids in the little igloo thing they built, and then the mother spending time with the kid at the end of the movie was really well shot. That was a good movie, a good scene, and I think that was redeeming qualities. Other than that, it just was really disappointing.
yeah. That it's just not a movie I would watch from start to finish. It's not one I would wanna watch again. Space Jam, I almost feel that way because the 3rd act is just that's what you're there that's what you paid the ticket to see.
Mhm.
Michael Jordan playing basketball because it's shaky at the beginning. That's what I thought. I'll still go back and watch it though. Like, I love Space Jam in the Sea. Like, I think that's perfect.
Our our
And for
next
me, like I said, Free Will
our next
yeah.
2 are gonna be hard.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So let me think here.
Oh, no.
You started or I started it, didn't I? So what are you thinking for Ice Age? Let's start with you first.
I
I'm
did
trying to
Free
make it easy.
Willy.
Okay. So I'm gonna actually say Ice Age. If I was gonna make a personal list, I've got 2 ratings. My personal list, I probably put it at a low S,
Okay.
but I'm gonna say A. Like, I'm gonna lock in, like, if you're like, "What are you gonna say?"
My
A
gut
list?
my gut is telling me an A for now, and I'm
Okay.
willing to work with it because that's a
Okay.
really good movie. That's
Okay. And I was gonna say my wife gives it an A. She said the sequels go downhill, but original is gold.
I agree with
So
that
that's her
statement
quote.
100%. Yeah.
So I do believe that A is just solid.
Whew,
A is a good.
man, it's getting
It might
strong up
be.
there.
It is where do we put it on A? I just threw it at the end, but I think it should go in front of Sound of Music.
Okay.
I personally am gonna move
Honestly,
it.
I'm having a hard time not moving it, like, towards the front of the A.
Mm, okay, let's see how it looks. Like I said, we shift things around here, but I think that looks
That
good.
does look good for me
I like it.
personally. How does everybody else feel?
Yeah, definitely comment. And if we don't see it right away, I mean, we're going to try and go back. So speak up. But I like that. I do have nostalgia with Ice Age. That's like you're talking about In Pursuit Groove as a family. We quoted Ice Age as a family. We saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
We bought
Yeah.
it. I mean, Sid the Sloth is like one of our favorite characters. We just have, there's some about sloths in our family anyway, but Sid is just awesome. Like, he's just such a great he's comic relief, but he's a right balance of it, as annoying as he can be for the
Yeah.
characters. But seeing their annoyance, I don't know what it is. I eat it up. So I feel good. I mean, that looks great. I think it's really looking good. I might be a little biased because again, this is our movies we've covered, but I like it so far. So,
We're gonna disagree on the
um,
next one.
oh yeah, but guess what? You get to start. So where are you putting High School Musical?
I say at the back of B.
Back of B. This is a D for me.
Yeah,
So
so let's throw it on C.
okay, it's gonna go below Space Jam for sure for me. If we need to move it, we can. But I'm gonna put it. That's where I feel okay
I
putting it for now.
actually
But definitely comment.
surprisingly loved High School Musical.
You did. You bash Sound of Music
I
and then come right
love
back
that
with that.
movie. I watched it like 2 or 3 times. I thought it was really well written. It
Mm,
was just really clever, and, some of the scenes were acted well, and I was shocked at how much I liked it.
yeah, that I mean it. I see it right. I see it, but to me, it was every bit made for TV,
See,
and
I disagree.
just
I disagree. I think it should
and I can see it.
I think the production was good enough for to be a theatrical release, and I feel like it should have been, and it definitely I
Could have
feel like
been.
it's worth talking about. But, I honestly I'm maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid right now, so
It's definitely not a B, unfortunately. I know that's your ranking, but I'll say I'll be shocked if it moves up to B. I see in the comments, Cover Wars gives it a D for the corniness. So we got another D. And then Galaga Guy has a D.
okay, and you thought
My
D.
wife, and I thought D, my wife said, this is her comments quote, when it comes to High School Musical, I died a little inside watching it.
See, I liked it. I thought it was there was only one song I didn't care
You like it?
for, when they were playing basketball at the
It's set
beginning, I didn't care for that, but other than that, I loved the whole movie.
it set records, so you're not alone. Don't feel like you're alone. I know right now everybody's voting this way, but I mean, there was a it set records for being on TV. It was a huge hit.
Let's
So
put it above Snow Day, how's that sound?
I'm okay with that.
And then
That's okay.
I'll think about that one and see if I wanna argue it a little bit more later, but everybody else
Okay.
is going against me, so
If we go by votes, unfortunately, yeah, I hate to say that. It's like it does
and
outnumber you, but
remember, everyone that loves Sound of Music, I put that in the A slot, so
you did. We can come back and bump it back up,
yeah.
but I think we can do that for now, and then we'll come back again. Nothing's set in stone, but I do feel like this list is coming together quite nicely. Okay, so I get to start Snow Dogs.
Okay.
I think this is a solid C. I'll just leave it there. What do you think?
Well, I would say it's like a lower B, but if you look at that list,
Okay, I can see
it's
that.
a C. It's a C, it's behind Space Jam for sure.
I'm with it,
There were
but
parts of the movie that were very good.
they were really. I was
Yes.
surprised, like how good. I was expecting it to just be so corny the
I
whole time
thought
and just, but it was good.
that
It
movie
was
would be
good.
awful. I think I saw it when it first came out, and then I didn't see it for all those years, however old it is, and I thought for sure I was gonna hate it. I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Okay, I'm sorry, Seth. I don't mean to pour salt in the wound, but I'm going to highlight Burger Babe also gives High School Musical a D. She said, "Come on, guys, we're on this together."
Okay, okay.
I'm sorry,
It's a
Seth.
D. It's at B, so I'm not gonna complain. That's okay.
It could. Who knows? We might get some
I
comments
thought they
and
had one
things
bad
change.
song, and I thought the rest of the movie was great.
As a musical, I'll give it props, but as a movie I would watch, my personal take, that's where I'm going to throw it. Snow Dogs is the one I can't honestly give my opinion on from Cover Wars. We stumped Ajax, ladies and gentlemen. He's been on it with these ratings. Um, I think C is good. Good place for it. Then, if you're good with that, we can keep this train a rolling. What do you think? Because I'm not seeing any other comments. At least, I do. Ooh, hang on, hold the phone. Galga guy coming in with a new comment here. This is a D for me. The fact that they advertised it as a talking dogs, yes, I didn't like that. That was the one thing I didn't like is the talking part, but that's a B thing. I don't like when movies do that. I was so mad as a kid, felt lied to. Plot twist. We got a D rating, Seth. Should we leave it at C? Because you kind of gave it a B.
Let's go D ahead
So
of High School Musical.
Okay.
And then I'm saying that
So
for
Galaga guy
what's
tipped the
coming up, I
scales.
feel like we need to shuffle these a little bit because we've got some work to do. I mean, we've got some work, heavy
Oh, yes.
hitters coming.
I actually like Snow Dogs at C right there because you said B, Galaga guy's D, and I said C. So it's like a nice balance. What do you think? Like a low C.
Honestly though,
I could
honestly though, we've got a lot coming that are huge. I'll keep that one
balance.
in the back of our minds for now.
Okay. I think it still looks
We've
good. Like
got
I was
we've got
just gonna
some big
suggest. I'm okay
we've
with it
got
being a
some
C.
big ones coming.
Okay. Well, let's see. Um, I did Snow Dogs, so it's your turn, good sir. Where are you gonna put Singing in the Rain?
So
This is gonna be interesting.
I
Really interesting.
loved this movie. I have it at an A or B. What are you thinking?
I have to factor in everything, right? Because I gave it a watch at grandma's because is this a movie I'm gonna watch like all the time? No, but it's so good. Like I would argue this is the best crafted and made, and I know it was made 60 to, what was it? No, 70 plus years. It's just so well done. Like I think A at least. I know that's crazy. Like, but I feel A. You're saying A?
Here's what I'm thinking, and this is me personally. Again, I'm going off of my personal thing. I think this is almost just as good as La La Land, and La La Land is one of the greatest movies of all time. But we
Comments.
got an
I
A. We
do.
got an A from Cover Wars.
Okay. Let me throw it up on A and I can always move it, but I would put it above Sound of Music for sure. Um,
Cali guy says, "What a glorious feeling! Seth is happy again."
very nice.
Oh,
It's just it's great. It's almost a flawless movie. You could almost say I mean, it's 100% Rotten Tomatoes,
you
so
put
it's
it ahead
flawless.
of you put it ahead
We
of
can change it. I just put it above Sound of Music.
oh wow
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or you, Seth, but I would put it
oh
above Sound of Music. Easy.
all
Easy
day
peasy.
long. I would put that ahead of.
Yeah. That's why I feel good. I'm like, you kinda I felt you would put that. I'd almost put it above 8 below. I think I'm gonna get some hate if I do that, but that's where I'm leaning.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to discuss it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's fine where it's
how
at.
what? Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
It's fine where it's at, but
and
if
then
it
we
got a
still have a
debate.
few more to shuffle, so we'll
Right,
see.
right. But if you were like, what would you tweak? Right now, I'd be like, I'd probably bump it up one more, honestly. Maybe it will come to that, but I'm fine leaving it for now. So, okay. And we got a comment for a B from Galga Guy. I think we got mostly A's. Maybe
Yeah.
it's good in that lower A for now. I think that averages itself out. Okay. So, like you said, we got some heavy hitters. I got to get Galaga Guy's thoughts on this one. Do not let me down in the comments, but um, let me see. Is it my turn to start with this? I'm
I think
losing
it is.
track.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm going to give this a C. I don't think it's quite the D. I actually did hide this in the attic. I didn't think it aged as well, but I did have fun with it. So I don't think it's quite a D. I give it a low C, below Space Jam. What do you think it's at?
You're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too?
Yes, Secret of the Ooze. I'm going to give it a C.
I'm going C all day long. I
Okay.
mean, I feel pretty strongly about that.
Okay. So I got to hear Galaga Guy, and of course Ajax. Everybody else, please comment. Um,
Yeah, everybody, let us know what you're
this is
thinking.
that's what I'm seeing gonna get moved. I think the comments are gonna tip the scale a little bit, but that looks good to me. Actually,
Actually, the whole thing is starting to look good.
it looks really good. I like it because we got in my mind right now, Impersonal Groove and Zootopia are the S. Like I
The only thing I'm thinking that might need to be tweaked right now or soon, I mean, is Ice Age.
really
I
what
think
do
it
you think?
might need to go up to S. But let's wait a second because we'll see
Well,
what else
wait,
is coming. Yeah.
you know me, I will not hesitate
Yeah.
to put it in
Because
S
I'm just
because
looking at this list and I'm going, that doesn't seem to fit there. But
yes. I was gonna put it like I said, my personal S, but I was
yeah,
like, it's gotta get at least an A. And the fact that it's in high A, that makes me happy. But if you're saying S, I'll be like, I'll do that all live long day. Um,
oh,
oh,
he's saying
Galaga
C.
Guy. Look at
Wow.
that. Look at that. We gotta highlight because Galaga Guy is a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. So we gotta get his thought. A
I should
high
have wore
C.
my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt, but I didn't.
Oh, it's okay. I was thinking I still got Mario on the brain. Mario Galaxy just came out. I got my Yoshi popcorn back there. It's
Yeah,
Mario mania right now.
there you go.
Absolutely. We got C. Oh, and Cover Wars, don't want to forget you. He gives it a C. So C is a solid rating. I mean,
Okay.
C is not terrible.
And I like the
So,
first one better, but I there were things about the second one I did appreciate, so I think it doesn't deserve a D.
no, it's like I would be like, you got to really convince me with D because I
Ooh,
can still have a good time with it. The
so
nostalgia is
hard for
so
me to
strong.
see it above High School Musical, but okay, okay, whatever, whatever,
Not
whatever,
hard for me. I'll just say.
whatever, whatever.
That's just my 2
Oh my
cents.
goodness, look at these movies we got coming up. Oh,
It's
wow.
and, yeah,
Oh,
this is
wow, it's gonna be
it's
hard.
okay, and my wife said D. She gave it a D for, TMNT
Okay,
too. But
okay.
I think C, a low C
It
works.
wasn't as violent as the first one, so that should be noted.
Gotta note that.
The
It's
first
more
one was a
family
lot
friendly.
more violent, for sure.
Yeah, it's more family friendly. It's a
Yeah,
lot more fun. There's a lot of, like, silly jokes and stuff, but it's just
yeah.
it doesn't land. It's not as smooth as the first one had just a nice balance overall. If you're a TMNT fan, it's everything you'd want, I feel like, but the second one just fell a little flat. Okay.
Alright. Is it me or is it you?
Why don't you go ahead? I
Okay.
think you have thoughts on this one. So Spy Kids is next. What do you think?
Well, I'm looking at the list, okay? I'm being honest with myself. It's not better than Free Willy.
Okay. So you think it's
It's
C.
not.
You think it's C.
It's not better than Free Willy. It's not better than Space Jam.
Okay. So what about Team NT 2 though?
I think it's better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the
Okay.
Ooze. I think it's better. I was gonna actually say B or C, but I right now my gut's looking at this list, I can't say that.
I was thinking C. I just didn't
And
know.
honestly, I'm honestly looking at this list, I'm thinking Free Willy might be better than Cool Runnings, but
Wow. Okay. I said B
it's
originally.
hard to say because I love Cool Runnings as a kid. I used to
Yeah.
watch it on repeat.
The downside for Cool Runnings, if you wanna when we get to it, we don't have to debate that now because again, this is Spy Kids. We have a comment for C, Cover Wars is a C or even D,
Oh,
very
wow.
much of a specific age group. It is total kids all the way.
Yes, yes.
As an adult, you can kind of enjoy it, but I was kinda like, this doesn't hit for me. This is too kids." It's like watching,
I
PBS Kids or something where it's really dumbed down. It's fun for kids, absolutely, because it's a spy movie, but it's a kid. I mean, my kids love it.
looking
Oh, they
at the
love it.
list, though, it looks like it fits there, don't it?
I was gonna say C, because when you said that, I was
Yeah.
like,
It
"Yes." I was
looks like
thinking
it fits
C.
there.
My wife does give it a D. She just said it was so cheesy. So, technically, we got 2 Ds, but I still feel good about low C,
Thank
mid,
you, Burger
low C.
Time Babe. That was great. Thank you.
What'd she say? What'd she
She says
say?
she agreed with Cover Wars.
Okay.
And yeah, so that works.
I think it's great there at C. I agree with you. It looks good there. So, unless there's some kind of you're making me crazy with Cool Runnings, I'll give you a highlight. Nice one. Nice one.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, and go the
All right.
guy
Let's get
real quick.
serious. Let's get serious for a second. Let's get serious for a second. Isaac,
Okay.
looking at this list,
Yes.
where would you put Secondhand Lions?
It's gotta be an A, at least. I can't say exactly where, but I'll be disappointed if it's not a A. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all that's the only I'm sorry. What are you thinking?
It has to be at least an A, if not an S.
I wouldn't be mad if it was an S, but that's why I'm like, I will fight.
And
If
here's
someone's
what
like B, I'll have
I'm
to
gonna
fight.
propose a deal. I'm gonna
Okay,
propose a deal for
okay,
now.
okay.
Let's throw Ice Age up in the least of A, or S, I mean,
Up to
and put
S.
Secondhand Lions the first of A.
I like it.
Let's just let's see how it looks. And now I'm honestly giving a lot there because Secondhand Lions to me is probably my second favorite movie we covered all year.
Yes. You might be able to debate Zootopia 2 and Secondhand Lions, and what a debate that is. They are so different
Oh
of
yeah.
movies,
Oh
but
yeah.
let me just for the sake of
You
get
know
a good look
what?
get a good look at this.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
Zootopia 2, put it ahead of Secondhand Lions. You know why?
Why is that?
Because there is some bad scenes in Secondhand Lions that shouldn't have been there.
And
So
people
I'm
and
cool
we
with
had
that.
and comments were saying, I forget who it was. I think it was Cover Wars or not, or Galaga guy thought it was about as good as the first. So it's just I kind of like Zootopia 2 at that top A. It was already there. It was just beat out by Ice Age, but I do kind of like that being at the top of A. And Secondhand Lions, I just say A. That's why I was like, I don't know where to put it. It's a tough one, but I think it's got to be an A at least. And I like where it's at. I like it right below Zootopia 2. There's just something about it that looks good to me.
There's a scene, if you've seen Secondhand Lions, at the end of the movie that's hard to watch. And that for that alone, I think it needs to be taken down a little bit.
Even more now, like
No, I'm just saying
or
it
just
in
okay,
to
okay.
from a perfect movie. I
Yeah,
love it. It's probably my second favorite we covered all year, but I I can't put it there with knowing that
it's
there's a
just
couple of heavy scenes that are just a little bit too dark for kids.
right. You have to
Yeah,
factor everything in,
yeah,
and like I
yeah.
said, if we were making our own list, it would be different.
Oh,
This
for
is
me, it would be
yeah.
Emperor's New Groove in Secondhand.
High School Musical, S for Seth, and I'm just teasing. Gal Gadot gives, Secondhand Lions an S. I know
Yeah.
Gal Gadot really love that movie, and
Oh, I do too.
I
I
love
do
it too.
too.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why
in the setting that we're in, movies at grandma's house, and the setting that we're
I agree.
in, it needs to be taken down a little bit for its darkness. It's
Yeah,
the little bit dark. Yeah,
yeah.
I have a hard time with a couple of the scenes in that movie, but
Would now here's a hmm, I don't remember what everybody was saying about Treasure Planet, if you think, because maybe Treasure Planet goes up just a little bit, but I'm trying to remember everybody's thoughts. We can come back to that one.
oh,
I think it's great.
we can ask what they think about Treasure Planet. I'm okay with to talk about different things.
Yeah. We'll leave it there for now. I think we got it, really good here. Okay. Well, The Truman Show is going to be next, and I think I started it, so, Seth, good sir, what are you thinking for Truman Show?
Okay, so I got to use the same rules that I used for Secondhand Lions. It's not a kids movie, really.
It's not really, right.
And so, for that, it shouldn't go in S. I honestly would put it in an S. I would put it in S
Quality made,
personally.
I agree with you. Yeah,
It's one of the best movies ever made. And the premise is probably one of the best premises ever
yeah.
for a film.
They don't make
Um,
movies like that. Yeah.
what
I
are
like
you feeling? Because I'm thinking, right now at the very moment, our A is kind of stacked.
high B.
Either a lower A or a high B.
I was gonna say a high B. That's mine. Doesn't
That might have to go there.
let me
'Cause
throw it there for now.
our A is really, big hitters.
I think it takes it down enough, like, the very reason you just said.
Yeah.
As a family movie, it takes it down a few notches for me.
There's
It
language
does
and violence, yeah, and I don't think it's
we're
kid
ranking movies.
friendly as
Right,
much as some of these other ones are.
right, right. I mean,
Yeah.
Secondhand Lions, you said there's some dark scenes, but I do feel it's still kind of it's more family friendly as much as they're pretty close. Um with the Truman Show's just more serious. I think it's also like younger audiences aren't going to fully grasp it. I think younger audiences can grasp Secondhand Lions a little
Yeah.
bit more, but they're right there. As much as the rankings are showing that there's something about a high B. It's definitely a high B. Like I would not knock it more than that. But just as a yes, it's family friendly. It's just you're not going to appreciate it as much unless you're a
Ooh,
little
Gallagher
older.
guy.
So what is guy saying?
He
What's
said,
it?
"I can't even tell you guys how much I love Truman Show. Are you taking it off for content over quality, though?"
Gallagher
Oh, I
guy.
thought I can't read it. It's over where it's at on my screen is completely blue. I can't
We
read.
do have 2 S's. Cover Wars and Galaga Guy give it an S. Um, and they're pretty yeah, like you said, like, are you taking it off of content? We're factoring in everything. Like, is a just a good movie? Obviously, the quality, that's why Truman Show, I would start it at an S, but it kinda goes down a little bit just because is it a family-friendly movie all around? I would say it's a family-friendly movie because it's mild on those things. It does have some content to be aware of, but there's also some things that can go over a lot of viewers' heads, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to factor it
There's
in. Maybe that's being harsh putting it at a high B, but maybe we have
I'm
to move it
not
up to an
saying
A.
it's not a great movie. I'm not
Yeah,
saying that.
yeah,
In
I'm
this
agree.
context of these children's films, is
I agree.
that content okay for children over top of something else is what I'm trying to say,
Yes.
if that makes sense. And I feel strongly about that because there's the language is about comparable to what did I say? The Sandlot. But then there's violence on top of that, and then there's also intense scenes on top of that.
Yeah,
And so you've got to think about maybe this is more of a, like a 11 to 14-year-old children
yeah.
that would be okay with those scenes.
W
You know
we
what I mean?
we're getting some heat in the comments, I'll just say that. We got some strong, Gallagher guy says, "In case I don't see yes, good afternoon, good evening, and good night." So
Love it.
But yeah, it's a I think Truman Show is an appropriate PG. Like it meets that PG, and I wouldn't say it's like strong, but when I think of PG, I think of Truman Show, and that's still family friendly. But maybe we should bump it up to an A from these comments. What do you think? Because we got two
Oh, I don't
S's.
have a problem with that. That's
Okay.
not my problem. I'm saying the A is pretty stacked
Yeah.
and that it's gonna look a little funny when we put Truman Show on there, but we can do that.
My wife does give Truman Show a B.
Okay.
So, I still think it evens out to an A. Now, I don't know where to put it on A. That's the problem, because like you said, it's getting stacked that I think we need to bump Sound of Music down to a high B. What do you think? Swap them. 'Em.
I'm fine with that.
Let's
And
do that.
I kinda made that a plea to see if we can try to work around that a little bit, and I'm glad you're saying
I
that.
like that.
So,
I kinda like that. That looks good to me. I think Sound of Music is gonna be an A for a lot of people, but for me, I'm good with it being a B. That's my personal take on it. So, I find that's a perfect spot. I go back to I would move Singing in the Rain above Eight Below, and then maybe Truman Show above Eight Below. What are you thinking? We can come back to it.
yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, we'll come back to it.
I honestly would take it above Treasure Planet, but that's just my personal opinion.
Which one?
Truman Show.
Okay, so you move it up right below. That's where you would rank it. Okay.
Yeah. We can talk to see what everybody else thinks, but
Well, they said the comments are S. My wife is a B, so she was with us on that. But that's where you see it. It looks right to me.
yeah, that does look good. That does look good.
It looks right to me.
I'm
I
not
feel
gonna
like Singing
argue
in the
with
Rain needs to get some more respect. That's where I might debate and fight a little bit. Don't have to
okay,
do that right now. We can come back to that, but I think
okay.
it needs to get a little more love. Is all I'm
See,
saying.
I love both of those movies, Eight Below and Singing in the Rain, but I don't know that I feel like I need to move them around just yet, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
Oh, I agree. We don't have to mess with it right now. Okay. Okay. So next one is going to be Bolt. So I'll start with that one. Um, hmm. Bolt, I feel like needs a lot more love. It's a forgotten Disney movie. Feel like to me,
But
kind of like Treasure Planet in a way. I would say Treasure Planet is better than Bolt though, so I'm leaning towards a B.
okay.
What do
So
you think?
here's what I wrote down. I wrote down that Bolt was a B,
Okay,
but I'm looking at this list. Is it better than Space Jam?
I put it above Space Jam.
Ooh,
I know, I know. That's just my take. That I'm not saying that's where
honestly, though, it is pretty good.
Space
I was
Jam is not a
shocked.
complete movie.
I
That's
was
my argument.
shocked how good Bolt was.
Mhm.
I was very pleasantly surprised with that film.
I'd put it below
Maybe
Cool Runnings
maybe it does
on a
go
B.
below Cool Runnings. Maybe let's put it there and see what it looks like.
Okay. B for Bolt. That's what the comments are giving us too.
Uh,
And we're getting a lot of Bs. So I think B is maybe we shift that around, but I feel good about it being below Cool Runnings. I would watch Madagascar before. I would definitely put it below Madagascar. So I like where it's at. I
okay.
like it there.
It's
Okay.
looking good. It's
It really is.
I'm wondering if we need to move things a little bit then before we finish it, but yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I got another vote for Singing in the Rain being above Eight Below. That came from my wife. So
Okay.
she said, "Stop
I'm
bumping
okay with
down
that.
Treasure Planet, though," and real
I
big.
I'm 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 gonna say this. I love Eight Below. I
It is
think
good.
Singing in the Rain is so classic, it could go ahead of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do it. We can always
Yeah.
change. Let's just do it and see how it looks, though. My wife
Yeah.
did say, "Stop knocking Treasure Planet down." That's like her favorite. I think it looks right. I don't wanna disrespect Eight Below. I liked it there in that middle A, but man, stiff competition. I think it looks
Yeah.
good there.
Yeah.
It looks really, really good. I don't know, it might get bumped down to B if we still got 2 more movies. I can't say for sure, but we'll wait and see what we got here. So, okay, Bolt was a pretty universal everybody I don't think anybody disagreed with that. Everybody was saying B. Um, so Dog Man,
Is it
I
my
think
turn or your turn?
I think it's your turn. So what are you thinking for Dog Man?
So let's put Dogman ahead of Spy Kids
I
and see what it
like it.
looks like, and
I
see what it looks
like it.
like.
Before we even said it there, I like it.
And I know that younger generations would very much argue with me,
Oh, yeah. I agree with you.
but I think Space Jam is a much better film than Dogman.
I would watch Space Jam before Dogman, so
Yeah.
that's perfect
And
to me.
Dogman was surprisingly dark as well.
And I'd watch Dogman before Spy Kids. That's just, like, perfect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
perfect to me, like,
It does, it does, it
comments are
does.
gonna have to really convince us, otherwise, I don't think we need
Alright.
to touch that. That's perfect. That just looks right to me.
I think I know what I think I can read your mind right now when you with Balto. So let's see what you have to say.
Man, Balto is a tough one because I gave that a watch it at grandma's because I go
Really?
back to the heaviness of it again, right? Like, we talked about it, I was saying about Eight Below. I would think Eight Below is a fantastic movie, but it's just heavy seeing dogs die. It's like, don't wanna watch this all the time, though. So, Balto, I mean, there's not really any of that. It hints at it. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. Spoilers, but I'm leaning towards at least an A. So, we're gonna have
We got 2 Ds for Dogman, by the way.
we did? Ooh, are we gonna have to knock that down? D for dog.
I wouldn't take it down to a D, but maybe put Spy Kids above it, maybe. Maybe they would agree with that. I don't know. Maybe
Let's
not.
come back.
Maybe they won't.
I really like where Dogman is. I might almost veto it as much as we got the comments. We can
Okay.
move it, but we'll come back to it. I'm like,
Okay.
I don't know if
That's fine.
I don't know if I wanna touch that. I think it just works where it's at.
Man dog.
B for so we got a B for Balto and an A. I wanna hear from Galaga Guy because I think that's one of his favorite movies. So
So
I'm interested.
here's where I stand.
'Kay.
We're talking about Balto now, right?
Mhm. Balto.
I feel Balto might be better than Bolt.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm thinking A for Balto. Like, it's
Oh,
gotta be an A.
I thought you didn't like
No.
Balto.
No, no, no. I was just saying, like, it sounds like I didn't like it as much, but it's kinda like that 8 Below of, like, it's just heavy, but I think it could be an S,
No,
honestly. I would put it in an A.
I wouldn't put it in S.
I put A. Yeah, I'm in agreement with you.
Um,
A is a great spot for it.
where would
That's the
A
problem.
be?
I would put it below Treasure Planet, but what are you thinking?
Oh, Singing in the Rain, I think is way better than Balto.
Okay. So that's where that would go, but we'll shift we're gonna have to
Oh,
we have
wow, that's
officially got all
hard.
of our movies on the list
That's
now, ladies
so
and gentlemen.
hard.
So
That's so
it's all
hard.
fair game. We can come back to Balto
Oh.
here. We're talking about Balto, but
Mm.
now it's
So
fair
first of
game.
all, let's start from the top.
Mhm.
First of all, what do you feel like with Emperor's New Groove? Does it need to stay there?
I can't hate it for being there. I
See,
mean, I
I
would put
personally feel like it
Zootopia.
should. I personally
Yeah.
feel like Emperor's New Groove should stay there.
My personal pick, like I told you, I think Zootopia was my top,
Okay.
but Emperor's New Groove was right behind it. So I think it looks great. I don't
Okay.
think that needs touched. Let's leave it.
I I would have laughed at you a couple months ago if you would have said Ice Age would go where it's at, but I'm fine with it where now. I'm fine there now.
It's just good.
It's good.
Great. I mean, I can watch it
The
anytime.
scene where he delivers the baby,
Yeah. There's heart. It's
perfect,
funny. Yeah,
perfect.
it's funny, but man, when you watch it also as an adult, like I watched it as a kid and I thought the story with Manny was heavy. You come back to it as an adult, it's like, wow,
Yeah.
it's just so well done, and you get as an adult, you get his sarcasm because he's just this, like, grumpy, sarcastic mammoth, and
Oh
then
my
when
goodness.
that family, you get it. As a kid, you're like, "Okay, I kind of understand." As an adult, it's like, "I get it. I understand why you're so grumpy," and so, yeah, it's so wonderful. It's I know that's a maybe ones disagree with me on that, but yeah, I think our S is set. Maybe we move ones up there, but I think what's up there should stay.
Yeah, I agree.
So that comes to A. Let's go. It almost looked good to me as much as it's
It
loaded.
does. It
It
really
looks good to me.
it's hard for me to say Secondhand Lions is that low or Truman Show is that low. But when you stack it up, it's really hard in the context of movies at grandma's house. So what
Yeah.
would grandma put on for you? What would grandma recommend?
These
You
look
know what I
like
mean?
what these would be the top in her collection. I'll just be honest.
Yeah.
The S she would reach for first. Those
Yeah.
are movies she would get
Yeah.
out
And I
first.
I agree with that.
So that's why I love S. S is perfect.
Yeah.
I can't, I thought Ice
Honestly,
Age would be A because S was a me thing, but I love that it's an
no,
S. I
yeah, I
love it.
think I'm good with A, I think. I'm good with A.
Okay.
I would personally put Treasure Planet below, but that's just me. I don't have the nostalgia with it like everybody else does.
Galaga Guy says that Balto and, Eight Below should be an S. That's coming from Galaga Guy. So Galaga Guy also liked Eight Below. Got some love for Eight Below going on here, man.
Yeah. Well, I would
Wow.
never put it above Truman Show. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
personally.
and I'm sorry Treasure Planet has some I got my wife and me fighting for Treasure Planet. It's great where it's at. I'm okay with it being there, but pushing it down more, my wife's gonna get more upset.
You sleep
She's
on the
like, "Stop
couch
pushing
tonight.
it." Yeah.
You sleep on the couch tonight.
She's like, "Stop
Um,
pushing it down, I
so
can't."
let's leave A for now unless we get a lot of votes to
Mhm.
move.
Yeah. B looks good to me too. I can't I mean, I know you probably put Sound of Music down more, but there's something about it. Maybe swap Madagascar I'd be
Okay.
okay with.
Okay,
Do you want me to
okay.
do that?
Cool Runnings and Madagascar should probably be swapped. What do you think?
So move Madagascar down.
Yeah.
Whoop, I didn't
For
mean to go that far.
nostalgia's sake. I think Cool Runnings is a more family friendly than Madagascar.
There was a lot of language, I will say, with Cool Ranks.
There
I was surprised,
well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right about that.
but that's why I like it at B because I
Let's get
probably
some
would've
votes. Let's get some
yeah.
votes from the online chat here.
We're still getting some people about Truman Show. They did not like us putting Truman Show any lower than an S. Everybody's saying S, but I don't know. I think it fits A. I'll back you up, Seth, because I agree with you on the family
Here's
friendly.
my thing with Truman Show. I love it. Is it one of the best movies in the world? It is. When we're talking about family friendly, it's not as family friendly as the ones that are in S. And I feel like it should be taken down a little bit for that intensity.
Yeah,
And it's nothing to do with how, the film is as in general. It's that it's not as kid friendly as Ice Age.
yeah.
And although Ice Age has some dark moments too.
They all have their dark moments, like, let's
Yeah.
just get that out of the way. There's no outside of Singing in the Rain. Singing in the Rain might be your most wholesome movie on this. I could be wrong. I'm trying to find one, but I think Singing in the Rain takes
Uh-oh.
the award for most family friendly outside of the smoking and a few parts, but they're so mild by today's
Yeah.
standards. A lot of people won't even probably even notice it. But every movie on here, you can go through it and maybe
Yeah.
Bolt, I would put second. I put Singing
Yeah,
in the Rain,
Bolt
maybe
was what I
Bolt
was thinking.
second. Uh,
Bolt was what I was thinking. Zootopia 2 would be up there.
yeah, I would even put Sound of Music maybe a little bit above, but there's some heavy stuff in Sound of Music, so I don't know. It's tough. Spy Kids, maybe there's a lot of like action. That's the
Mhm.
issue with that one. Dogman's pretty up there too. That's probably like your top five, getting into your top 10. Those kind
Mhm.
of movies. Free Willy too. Free Willy had some
It had a lot of
family.
content, actually.
Yeah, but it was pretty family friendly otherwise. That's more on the milder side,
Yeah, it was mild, but there
but there's
was
stuff. Oh, yeah.
smoking, there was
Yeah.
language, there's violence, there's intensity.
I guess I forgot about High School Musical. I will give it a props of yes, it is actually maybe up there with Singing in the Rain. Those 2 actually might be Bolt. I would put Bolt above High School Musical. There's a lot of romance and kid, but you could argue it's above Bolt because of the explosions in action. So I would say
I gotta
that's a
get back
props
to
for
these
you.
comments. I'm
Yes.
like way behind.
Sorry about the comments here. Okay. Cover Wars was saying Eight Below isn't better than Truman Show. So just move Truman Show up more. Cover Wars is like campaigning for Truman Show to get up to S somehow, some way, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Just looking at how things are. Cool Runnings, we got good with B, high B for Bolt. So we might have ones that think Bolt should go a little higher. I like where Bolt is. I could see an argument of moving Bolt above Madagascar. I mean, maybe you can. What do you
That's
think?
hard for me. That's hard for me, but yeah, I could see it because there was the really good scene where he's starting to realize that not all things are the way he saw it, and he's starting to realize that friendships are more important than his personal agenda. And I thought that was shot that the whole shot, that scene, not shot, but that animation and everything was perfect when he was realizing that.
Yeah.
So
I
I could move that above Madagascar. That'd be fine. That's fine.
you want me to?
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
can
Both's
we can see
fine.
how it looks. We can move it back if we have to, but we can look. I was gonna bring out Gallagher guy's comment. He said, I think the list is good how it is. Going with the gut feeling in the beginning is how to go. Don't overthink it. I agree with that. We don't have to overthink it, but we can make sure we didn't miss anything. Um, I kind of like Bolt above it, but that's just me. If we need to move it back, we can. But I kind of that would be the one switch. I'm kind of looking through S. The other one that he's saying is move Balto up to S class. I'll give you a highlight.
What
I know it's one of your favorites, Galaxy
what
guy.
would it look like if we move Zootopia 2 behind Truman Show?
Keep secondhand lines there.
Secondhand Lions and Truman Show would shift over. What does that look like? That looks good. Does that make everybody happy is what I'm trying to say.
I'll wait for the comments.
Yeah, because I think that looks amazing, honestly.
I can't hate on that.
That looks really legit.
Hmm. It's still tough because I kind of like Zootopia too at
I
that
know
high
you
A.
did, but I'm trying to be neutral here. Switzerland, was it Switzerland?
Okay. Let's let the comment. I think you and I, that might be dividing. I'm not going to say it's bad where it's at. I'm going to leave it. Get some comments. I think we got to get some tiebreaker in here.
I'm okay with it going back. I just want to know what people are thinking because they wanted Truman Show a
Yeah,
lot higher, and I thought,
that
well, Truman
helps.
Show, in my opinion, is not better than Secondhand Lions. So
I agree with you. I would probably watch Secondhand Lions before Truman Show, and that's not. You could debate which one's better all day long, but I would go
yeah,
for Secondhand Lions first.
yeah.
So I like that that's above Truman Show. There's just something about Zootopia 2 when you're thinking family friendly and stuff. That would be my argument, but it's still in the A, and it's in a high A at that, so I can't argue. Now, my wife is throwing in some arguments for Treasure Planet. I know that she's maybe one of with me. Her argument is she loved the adaptation of Treasure Planet. The sci-fi made it fresh and interesting for kids. Because you think about Treasure Island, it might have gotten old for kids. It brought
Hmm.
it back in as much as there's Muppet Treasure Island.
I agree with
Uh,
that statement.
so that's what it did, and that's where I go back to, it was a fresh take. It was a remake that felt needed. It felt right. So, I'll finish out her comment, we'll get to what
I'm sorry.
It's okay. She said, "Voice acting so well done, animation was beautiful." I'll argue all day long the animation. I'm right there. That's one of my best. I like just the animated part, the style. I love the animation. Um, she does agree about like the first mate's death and violence intensity for a family. That would be its downside of not giving it an S. She's not arguing making it an S. She's just like make sure it doesn't get pushed down anymore. She's like make sure it's in that A ranking. I don't think it's
What's
going
It's
anywhere.
right in the middle of A. So I
I think
mean,
it's
like
good there.
you're
Yeah,
talking better than Sound of Music. You're talking better than Bolt. You're talking better than Free Willy. You're talking
I
better
think it's
than
good. Yes. I'm fine with it. I just wanted to bring that out because she wanted to give her thoughts. I want to make sure to touch on her saying in this too. But anyway, so go ahead. Sorry. What you were seeing
I was
something.
laughing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
good. All right.
okay. So I kind of am a Lift Gallagher guy, but like, I don't overthink this. I think C is perfect. I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't want to touch C. I think it is other
I
than
have to
S.
agree with that. I have to agree with that.
S is our best ranking. It is obviously our best movies, but I think S is perfect. C might be the second best. A is great too. I think A is great and B, but there's something about C when I look at it. It's like that looks perfect. It just something about it. It's got a great variety of movies in there too. Okay. Now D, the only adjustment I would make is I would put High School Musical as the lowest. I would put Snow Day above it. I know you not to bash your thoughts there, Seth. I know you'd probably say move it up, but that would be the only adjustment in D.
I'm open to any conversation right now because I shifted a lot of stuff around, in my opinion. And so if you feel a certain way about it, that's fine. If the chat feels a certain way about it, let's hear from you guys and what you think. Um I honestly I feel High School Musical is 1,000 times better than Snow Day, but
Yeah.
that's I mean, I'm willing to hear your argument.
Oh, Galaga guy saying Treasure Planet above Secondhand Lions. I'm shocked because Galaga guy said Secondhand Lions is one of his favorites. I'm not. I think it's fine where it's at. I just that's a really okay.
What about Treasure Planet above Zootopia 2? How are you feeling about that? Because we had talked about Zootopia 2 being the front runner for A.
The problem I have is Utopia 2 is so fresh, but I had such a great like I said, I'm singing praises of Utopia 2. It's one of the best sequels outside of, maybe Inside Out 2. I would personally put Zootopia 2, but maybe people make that argument. Inside Out 2 was a good sequel within the last 20 years. So, I wanna recognize how good Zootopia 2 is. It's a
But
really
then
good sequel, but
the
I
adaptation, like,
personally
and
I would put it
being
above Zootopia 2.
sci-fi,
Mhm. I would put it above Zootopia
I'm
2,
fine
but
with
that's
looking
my
at it. Let's look at it and see how it
okay,
feels, and if
okay.
anybody's got an argument against that.
I know, and for clarity, my wife was also wanting to, like, clarify because Ajax was saying B. She's like, "I'm making the argument to keep it an A." She just was like, "Do not
Okay,
move it to B." That's why she wanted to make those comments because Ajax
yeah.
was coming with a B. And if you think it's a B, I can get that. Like I said, it's a niche type of movie with the sci-fi. Maybe you don't like sci-fi and that doesn't click for you. I like it. I like that
Yeah.
actually.
It is one of the most
It's getting better.
distinctive of all the movies there. It's one of the I'd say, Truman Show and maybe that one are the most distinctive of
They
all the ones
I like
there.
that they're together. You're right. For that reason. I like it. I like it. I don't know.
I'm willing to say okay, we got a comment here. Zootopia
Snow
2
Day is the
not as
weakest on
great
here.
as a
Okay.
second watch, but it can be slide on down to the end of A's. Oh, well, I wouldn't have an argument against that, but you probably would, Isaac.
If one thinks Zootopia 2 should really go down, it looked good, but I mean, Singing in the Rain, Balto, 8 Below, those are great movies. If it goes below, I'm not gonna argue.
I'm almost going I was about to say let's stop it here, but what are your thoughts right now about shifting Balto ahead of Singing in the Rain and
Okay.
Zootopia 2 below Singing in the Rain?
So a little musical chairs like that.
How do you feel about that?
I I I kinda like it. It kinda comes together a little bit.
How
Ultimately,
does
they're all an
how's
A.
everybody feeling about
Yeah, let's get
that?
we'll let that simmer for a minute.
Because
We did
we're good. You and I are good with S,
I don't think you can touch S, yeah. It ain't
and
going
you and
anywhere.
I are good with B.
Yeah, and
We're
C.
good with C. You would like to switch Snow Day to High School Musical, which is fine with me. If
That's
you
my
want to do that, that's fine.
I saw a comment, Ajax said, "Snow Day is worse than High School Musical, so it can stay
See,
put."
I agree with that completely. I think High School Musical, that opening scene where they show the snow, like the all the skiing and whatnot, the snowboarding and whatnot, and the opening scene is that really pretty, and then it goes into the like the karaoke or whatever, and I think that's a really cute beginning to a movie. I like
Oh,
that.
for High School yeah, High School Musical.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Snow yeah. Yeah. I mean, I respect it. I'm bashing it and saying it's the
For a
T, but I
TV movie,
respect
it's
it.
probably like
You know what
one
I
of the
mean?
greatest TV movies of all time.
You could probably make that. Yeah. I mean, you could probably make that argument. It's just not my cup of tea. And there's some flaws, like we brought out, like the production. That's where I say it's definitely a TV movie. Like if you
Okay.
pay attention, there's a lot of bad.
I
And I understand the budget, and it was rushed. We talked about how it was rushed, but like they misspell stuff, and I'll never get over what's her name going in the bathroom to look for Gabriella.
Yes,
She's
yes,
right behind
yes.
that wall. Stuff like
I'll
that. So
for that if for that alone, if you wanna put High School Musical at the end, that's fine with me.
but it's fine. It's fine.
I started something I shouldn't have done. Ajax is saying 8 Below ahead of Singing in the Rain.
Hmm,
What do you feel about that?
I can't.
I almost like it.
You do? Okay.
I almost do. What do you feel about it? You like Singing in the Rain better because it's classic?
I just think it needs a lot of love. I don't. I'm not gonna sit here and be like it's the greatest. It's
It
hundred
was just
percent.
about perfect. It was
That's what I
just about
mean.
perfect, yeah.
And it's one of those just I don't know, it's a comfort movie. I do have nostalgia with it, so I'm not gonna sit here and dig my feet in and say, "No," but I do wanna kinda defend it a little bit of, like,
Anybody
people probably
else
look at it and
anybody
say,
else's thoughts?
"Yeah, get some thoughts on it." I think people look at it and go, "Oh, this is an old movie, it's not good," and that's where I'll be like, "Just don't bring in any else's thoughts, just get immersed in the movie, and you're gonna be it's one of the they regard it as one of the happiest movies ever made." And that's where I argue, like, if you need a good pick me up, if you need to get in a happy mood, put this movie on. And that's where I go back to, like, is it I'm gonna watch it all the time? No. But I mean, I make the argument is the most family friendly of the groups of movies. That puts it in high points. The production values are just
Yeah.
think they're
That scene
phenomenal.
that scene where they do the Broadway stuff,
That yes. So
ridiculous.
good.
How they were able
So
to do that back then blows my mind.
if you have not seen this movie, obviously watch it, but if anything, go watch that scene and you'll understand what
Watch
I
it on
try to.
YouTube or something. Yeah, it's amazing.
So I'll dig in a little bit. I'm not gonna say, I mean, if we get enough of people say no, I think, but Eight Below is great. I'm not bashing. I think Eight Below is a great movie. It just does not, in my opinion, there is a big gap. I'm sorry. There's a big gap between Singing in the Rain, so I can't get there. I just cannot do that. Maybe you put above Zootopia 2, and I can understand that. Like I said, it's still fresh, and that's more of a me thing of, like, why I feel it's a good sequel, but I could probably get some people to back me up on Singing in the Rain when you
If
talk
nobody
about.
else has got any more comments, I'm good where we're what we're at. I mean, I like it. It looks good to me.
Okay.
And I took a little sacrifices, you took some sacrifices, and,
I think it came together nicely, like,
it looks really good.
even before we tweak things, I would have been happy with that,
Yeah.
but I like how this is a really good final, like you said, go with our gut, let's just set it there, like, that looks great to me.
That
Absolutely.
looks good. We got some giveaways to get to. Let's do
Yes. Yes, thank you guys
that.
so much for hanging out with us, man. I mean, it took some time. We had 20 plus movies to cover here, and with you guys' help, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna try and screenshot this real quick because I want to make sure to save it. Um, but yes, if you have that code, Seth, you
I
talked
do.
about giveaways. We are gonna do it now, ladies and gentlemen. We have a free movie rental to get to. So, Seth, if you want to, without further delay, what is that code for the first person who claims it?
All right. So you want to be on Fandango at home, I think on the website, right? Is that right?
Yes. Clarity, make sure you have an account. Sign in right now. This is the time to sign in. We'll give you just another second or two here. Sign in, pick out a movie. You have to pick out a movie. It's treated like a gift card where you redeem it. I wish there was a way we could put it like it's a credit, but unfortunately, that's just how it's going to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So make sure you got like a movie in mind because we want to be able to treat you to a movie night. That's what we try to encourage is have a movie night. It's just something that's almost a lost art anymore. It seems like people don't sit down and just enjoy a movie as a family, as everybody together.
Mhm.
So be sure you go Fandango, get a movie picked out, and Seth is going to give you the code. So put that in your checkout.
All right. I'm going to go real slow and I can repeat it. So we've got V W R K H D 3 E Y E 7 P E G A D. And I'll repeat it. V W R K H D 3 E Y E 7 P E G A D.
There you go. And I'm gonna see if I can put it up there. Maybe it'll let me see. There we go. There's your code. There at the bottom, ladies and gentlemen. So gave everybody a chance to enter it in fairly with Seth reading it off, but in case you still have a chance, it's first come, first serve. So it's whoever gets it first. It's a free for all.
Isaac, did you get a screenshot of it? Do you want me to take a shot?
Go ahead and take a shot real quick. I got a
Okay.
screenshot, but I can let me adjust this. I think we can get a better here we go. That way we can let's take another one real quick. And that'll give time. Please comment if you got the movie rental. We just want to make sure the gift card went through okay. And then that way everybody knows they got it. Or if you tried it and it's not working, let us know. That type of stuff. We would just want to make sure everything is good to go there. Okay. Just making sure I got this saved. Because we're gonna also post this to our socials. So again, thank you guys for hanging out with us and helping us get this list together. I think it looks fantastic. I think it was
I love it. I just love the variety.
yeah.
There's a lot of different stuff there with very different premises and just a lot of humor and seriousness and fun. A lot of fun with these picks we got.
I just every time I look at it, I'm like, yep, that looks good. You could your own personal preference. I'm sure people might switch things around. We already got them in the comments, but as an overall consensus with all the votes, everything, I think it's perfect. I think it came together very, very nicely. Like, what else is there to say? Like, other than your own personal tweaks here and there,
Yeah.
it's great. So this was an awesome season. Like, you just looking at these movies too. This was so much fun. Thank you guys. You got comments in there. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and commending us on that. So one last thing we got to get to. So this is going to go bye bye for uh, the list. Get one more good look at it. Like I said, we'll post it up on our socials as well. But this is see if I can stop. Here we go. All right. Now I feel like such an old man. Let me get to this here and let me get to here. We got
Now that
some
we
more.
have this, now that we have a second, I do want to say thank you, Isaac, for all your hard work. You make this a lot of fun, and I really appreciate it.
I'm happy to do it because I'm having a blast too. So it's my pleasure to have you along for this journey. We've been having so much fun with this. I'm was trying to think back of our previous seasons, and maybe that's another live we could do. We can kind of look back on the
Well,
podcast as
yeah,
a whole. But
yeah, we've
this was
talked about maybe doing like a top 50 or top 100.
oh
So
man, we're coming up on almost episode 100. Maybe we'll give a little bit of a heads up of when that might be. We might do something special because we are almost at 100 episodes, ladies and gentlemen. Like that's
a
crazy.
full length movies. That's amazing.
100. We are almost there. That's how it is. So but you probably see more ads. We're hitting hard times. We have to get more ads in here. So mind the ads. Sorry, it's an annoyance, but we have our good old handy dandy wheel of names. This is for the free poster from movieposters.com. Thank you guys again so much for joining the newsletter. That is actually what's helping us kind of get these giveaways. It's helping fund that. So if you want to help support the podcast, tell your friends, tell everybody about our newsletter because we've got goodies in there. We're going to have some digital products that are free just for being on the newsletter. You already get entered in for a free movie poster. So tell your friends, like, hey, do you want to win a free movie poster at the very least? But if there's more that interests them, family friendly content, definitely tell them about it. And here's our real quick our QR code. So if you aren't already, go there now. Go sign up. That's how you can help support the podcast. And we also are building up our Patreon. You can go ahead and sign up on there too, but stay tuned because we're gonna start growing that, have some like bonus content on there as well.
We
But
can't wait.
yes, we're excited. We cannot wait. We're kind of keeping it low key, but we want to give you guys a tease on that. But for now, definitely get on the newsletter. We'll be kind of pushing the Patreon a little bit too. Like that's another way you can help support the podcast as well. We'll give a little shout out to movie posters. Also, that's another one of our ones we want to support. If you go there, use the code Grandma's House, you get 15% off your order. They obviously do our giveaways each month. So big shout out to Movie Posters. Go there, browse your posters. It's a lot of fun. And Gallagher guy's been in our comments, but we still show him some love too. He supported one of our months back all the way in December of 24. He got us those Sonic Funko Pops. We're gonna still sing praises about him. Go check out his channel. He is almost up to 1,000 subscribers. So go help him out. He's a good friend. The podcast, he's showing us love in the comments and all that good stuff. And also Cover Wars, they're in the comments too. So be sure to check that out. That's another podcast that Seth is also on. But we'll show some love to Ajax as well. Thank you guys for your comments. We'll want to make sure we acknowledge and give you a little bit of spotlight. Okay. Feels like we got a lot to cover, but let's get down to it. So, Seth, tell me when to start. I think we've got all the names on there that are the finalists. So, without further ado, whenever you're ready, we're going to start this spinning.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. Winner for the month of April is Melissa. Congratulations, Melissa. You are our winner for a free movie poster. So stay tuned. We'll reach out to you. We'll get you your free poster from movieposters.com. They got so many posters on there. So I'm sure you'll be able to find something you like on there. And be sure to give us a shout out. Like, let us know which one you pick. A few people picked, I believe there was Hook, someone picked. There was, trying to think of all the other ones. There was a,
I don't remember.
yeah, we had a good variety of ones. I was like, that's a good pick on the choices ones we're going for. So love to hear that. Reach out to us, let us know what you decide to pick, and we'll give you a little bit of a spotlight maybe on that as well. So, well, that's it, Seth. We did it. My goodness. That was so much fun. Took a lot of effort. It took a lot of determination and grit, some debating back and forth. We had some comments that were helping us fine tune things, but we did it. But anything to add in closing, Seth?
It was awesome season 4. Can't wait for season 5. That's all I can say.
That's it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again so much for joining. Big shout out to Galaga Guy. Go check him out. Cover Wars podcast. Check them out. Uh, Burger Time Babe. Big shout out to her as well. I think there's a few other comments. Sorry if we missed you, but thank you so much for joining us. This was so much fun. And again, we'll post the list if you want to see it again. But that was awesome. Also, again, as long as it's valid, that gift card for Bandago at home for free movie rental. There it is. It's at the bottom. It's scrolling. It's going through. So somebody, you have not claimed it yet, it's all yours. So take advantage of that. All right. Well, stay tuned, everybody. Season 5 is right around the corner. This has been a blast. I can't say enough how much fun this was, but that's going to do it for our time at Grandma's house. Don't worry, we will be back soon. So in the meantime, you know what to do. Be kind and rewind. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.